Welcome to the Accounting for You podcast, brought to you by the accounting firm of Adkins and Reynolds CPAs. This podcast is designed to provide relevant tax and accounting information to help you and your business succeed. If you enjoy listening in, please like and subscribe to our channel. Now, on to the show. Welcome back to the Accounting for You podcast. I am Chris Reynolds, CPA and partner with Adkins and Reynolds CPAs.
And I am Jay Adkins, CPA and partner at Adkins and Reynolds CPAs.
Today, we're going to talk to you about tax prep services. Obviously, you can get your taxes done just about anywhere these days. You can get them done at I think even while you shop at the big box stores. So our thought is it's probably better off if you come to a CPA to get those taxes done, and we're going to talk to you a little bit today about why we feel that way, especially for businesses when it comes to that, and individuals as well.
Yes, we have a good deal of education and a good deal of experience when it comes to preparing either business tax returns, individual tax returns. We have done this many years in public accounting. You see a lot of different things, work with a lot of different people. So the experience is a big point. Plus, besides our formal education in school, we're also required to have so many years of so many hours of continuing education each year that keeps us up on all the current topics.
It just feels like years of continuing education.
It does. It feels
year.
like years.
But right, we keep up with current tax law through our continuing education every year. In CPAs, obviously if you're to be a CPA or to come to a CPA firm, you're going to be dealing with professionals that have most likely been to college. They're going to have that under their belt, and they're going to have the continuing education training, and they're going to have the years of experience working with multiple clients. And that's really going to play out as far as the business side of tax preparation. Individual tax returns a lot of them are not as complicated. Some of them can be, but especially for business returns, it's very important, to work with a CPA that has that experience to be able to do that type of work. Another big selling point, maybe different than your national tax prep firms, are going to be most accounting firms are going to be open through the entire year, whereas maybe the national tax prep firms are only open, once a month or once a week, something. But we're going to be here to answer your questions, pretty well Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, right?
We're working on tax returns all year long. There's a misconception of a lot of people that, hey, accountants do individual tax returns in tax season and then kind of wonder about what they do the rest of the year. But business tax returns are done year round. And of course, 1040s can be extended and they're also done at different times. So we're always here working on tax returns along with other things and are very accessible for any issues that come up.
Right. So that's very important. And this kind of the other thing that is kind of segues into would be a long-term relationship. So when you're working with an accounting firm like our firm or maybe another firm in your area, you're going to be working with maybe a staff person or maybe a partner that you're working with, and you're going to be working with them year in, year out, because most accounting firms are going to have very low turnover, and you're going to build that long-term relationship to where we actually know we know a lot about you and your family and your life situation. And if you bring your stuff into us this year and we realize you've forgotten pieces of information, we're going to most likely remember, based upon last year's and our information that we have with you, that we may have forgotten something, or maybe you've forgotten completely to, bring in a W-2 for your wife, things like that. I mean, we're going to remember that because we work with that, you work with the same people year in, year out.
Yeah, when you have clients that come back year after year, there is a very important part of it that is the relationship, not only building the trust, but also knowing client tendencies, because things tend to happen the same way over and over again. And we know what to look for. We know the questions to ask. We know really what the client is looking for. And all that is very, very valuable in helping the client get the best experience with their tax return and hopefully having them pay the lowest amount of taxes that we can.
Right, because that's the whole point. Okay, so anybody can file a tax return. You can go to a national tax prep firm with a business return or an individual return. They'll be able to file the return. But what are they really getting done for you? Was it done the right way? And are they really looking out for your best interests? That's something that we pride ourselves in, is when we're doing tax returns. We're looking for ways and avenues of saving the client money because, we're a small business. We understand what it is to, have to make payroll and things. And, if you're going to save money, we want to help you save that money too. And so we're going to be looking for ways to avoid taxes when we're filing your tax return. And if we can't help you in that current year or, the year that you're working on or that we are actually filing on, hopefully we can give you some ideas, pointers, tips, plans or whatever for the current tax year that you're in to maybe change things up so you won't have the same problem next year.
One thing that we talked about in one of the previous podcasts is the tax planning that Chris was mentioning. If you show up at some national firm and it's April 1st and you're just wanting your taxes filed, that may be a problem. You may have missed out on all the tax planning before that may have not only prepared you if you do owe a lot of taxes, but maybe there were some things that you missed that could have saved you a lot of taxes if you'd only spoken to professionals in November, December of the previous year. So that's certainly a big part of what we do with clients that need help is the preparation long before the actual tax return is done and the deadline.
Right, because it's a lot easier to repair. I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's easier to prepare than repair, right?
Absolutely.
I got that backward. Yeah, but so we work with, here at Adkins Reynolds, we work with a lot of different individuals. We work with a lot of businesses and different types of businesses in different industries and tax structure classifications, S Corp, C Corps, partnerships, trusts, estates, all kinds of stuff out there. So we're fully able to service whatever, tax return service that you might need. So if you would like more information about our tax prep services, we'd be more than happy to answer your phone call and talk about it. Or you can visit us on our website, check us out there and see if you'd like to come in as a client. So, Jay, got anything else to add?
Another excellent point that I think you just made is that every business is different. Some are much more complex than others. With our years of experience, we have seen virtually every type of business out there and are familiar with a lot of them. Maybe tax preparers in other places haven't seen your type of business, don't really understand some of the complexities of it. We can certainly help with that.
Yep. Well, there you go. So getting your taxes done this year, maybe go to your local CPA office as opposed to the national tax prep firms, and I think you'll be much better off and much happier. So, all right, until the next episode, we'll see you then. Thank you for taking time today to listen to our podcast. We appreciate listeners like you and ask that if you enjoy what you hear, please like and subscribe to our channel to ensure you receive the latest episodes as soon as they come out. If you have any questions about the topic we discussed today or would like more information on becoming a client, please do not hesitate to contact our office by visiting arcpas.com or theaccountingpodcast.com.